Sorry, guys, the state disconnected me. The state disconnected me. Funny that. So anyway, we're still here for an unlawful and unnecessary detainment of 2 students at the University of Preston, Portsmouth. Just a little bit drunk, a little bit obnoxious. This is unnecessary. And this is why you've got so many people living up there, because they take them away from their mums and dads. Not all cases, some of them. Okay, I'll stay with that, but let's... Is it really necessary, guys? Like, seriously, can I just ask one question to people, yeah? If criminals are not scared of the police, why are the majority of the public scared of the police? If the police are there to protect and serve, why is the majority of the public scared of the police? If the police are there to be there for when someone burgles into our house, when someone does something wrong, why is it necessary for all of this? They can talk to them, they can rationalise. It's snapshots, mate. They come out and they take a snapshot. They come out and they get called out, and then they all come along. Director of Step Up Britain, Kellie Cottam, Kilo Echo, Lima Lima, Indio Echo, Charlie Oscar, Tango Tango, Alpha Mike, and this is going over to Olivia Pickney. Olivia Pickney will get me coffee. See how you all work. Social distancing here. A public order offence, basically. Because they're just a little bit in a bit of... No, and I walked down the hill, I saw. Exactly, and this is the problem. And then you unlawfully detain people, and then they go to court, and then they go to the ICPC, and he has a right to know about the ICPC. So he can bring a charge against you for unlawful and unnecessary detainment. It's unlawful. I've already won. Olivia Pickney knows who I am. I don't allow it on the streets of Portsmouth. Yeah, well done you. Get it. 27984. 27385. No, go. Let me talk.
We don't actually know.
You're dealing with 2 innocent men, or I wouldn't be here. If they're not innocent, I wouldn't be here, mate. I don't stand up for nobody who needs to be with you. Well, okay, you'd be surprised. I was stood there. Yeah, you'll be surprised what I saw. I just didn't have my camera out at the time. That's why I got it out, because I saw it. And it wasn't them in the wrong. They weren't in the wrong. I wouldn't stand up for anybody who was an arsehole, mate. I don't put my name on the line for nobody. I got my work jumper on, yeah? Step Up Britain. I don't put my name on the line for nothing, mate, unless it's real. It's an unlawful and unnecessary detainment, and I've given them the ICPC. That's now kidnap. Yeah, and I will be speaking to Olivia Pickney, and I will be speaking to, what's her name again? Donna.
Okay, listen, I respect what you're doing, but can you just give him some space, please?
Not a problem. He's fine with me. He's asked me to protect him. Hey, you didn't when you kidnapped my kids, and that's why you've got me for the rest of your life, mate. That's what caused it all. 2012, I pitched to Trump, you kidnapped my kids, not you personally, but the state. So I'm here until the day I die, making sure you people are held accountable, that you do your jobs correctly and diligently. You are there for criminal. It's a civil matter. Yeah? Criminal. This is a civil matter for the university to deal with, really. To tell their students, don't be drunk twats. Yeah? They haven't committed a crime. They're no intimidation to me. I don't feel threatened by these men. Their intentions are good. They're students. You could ruin the rest of their career, mate, and put them into prison. Yeah, they've got a chance. These ones over here haven't, but these ones have got a chance. Now, if they'd been smashing up people's faces, it'd be a bit different.
there is obviously, I appreciate whilst you're frustrated and stuff like that.
I'm not frustrated, I'm witnessing, and what I don't get is why you guys are getting away with it. Yeah, but why do you get away with it all the time? Why do you get away?
Honestly, I want to explain something to you. There was a lot of stuff that happened before you got here.
I get that.
You missed a lot.
I get that.
Right, so
But they haven't murdered anybody. They haven't committed a crime. They're not dealing
You're
drugs.
saying they haven't committed a crime. Like
Yeah,
I
but
said,
you're
there's
walking
a
on a
lot of
fine
stuff-
line.
there's
They're
a lot of stuff that
drunk.
happened before you got here.
Yeah, they're being idiots. Then deal with that. But you don't have to handle them the way that... No, I'm sorry. I'm in trauma therapy because of you people. So I'm glad I'm here. This is how I deal with my trauma. Because you people come on a shift. You don't know the full incidences. And I want Portsmouth to be a great place for us all. So I can come out and walk out on my dog and come down the road and I haven't got to see police everywhere and witness something and think, do I get involved or walk round? Okay? So we don't want a stupid stuff. But you're not thinking about the future of these lads at the moment, that once they go, they'll lose their university degree. They'll lose their placement. They'll lose their whole lives from this.
We did try. Okay, we did try. Unfortunately, they made their
Because you made them scared. Do you understand the intimidation that you look? I can't detain you, can I? Can I? I can't detain you. I can't physically hold you and restrain you. I have a diagnosis for autism, by the way, so you can to me. Yeah? You've already kidnapped 2 of my kids, yeah? I run forced. Yes, you are, but you work for the Queen. You work for the state. Yes? Yeah, you're not, it is 100% true. And at the end of the day, these lads could be an asset. I wouldn't stand here if I didn't think so. And the way that you were handling was causing for people to go into trauma. You were causing him to go into fight and flight. And I have a psychology degree, by the way. Your psychology doesn't understand fight and flight. Your psychology doesn't understand that the moment you're there, people are shit scared of you. Look, why would I not be shit scared of you? You're like a Martian. Nobody's got knives. Nobody's got bullets. I'm an ex-army wife. Okay? I'm the director of Step Up Britain. I want these youth to actually have more role models in this country. I don't want people to be scared of you. Do what you've got to do in terms of your inquiry and your investigation, but there was no reason to handle him the way that you did. There is no reason for all of these cars for 2 people. It's unnecessary. I've witnessed teenagers being cuffed on the streets and videoed. I get you've got a problem.
The thing is, you obviously don't know the full facts.
And you can't share that with me, and that's fine, but they can. Okay? And I've already asked those questions. Have you murdered someone? Have you raped someone?
You're quite loud. You're probably the loudest person here.
Good. Because you're listening. It's a shame that I have to do this. It's a shame that the community has to step in now. Look, I'm not being funny, but while the Great Reset is going on, yeah, and I know it's the Great Reset. I was there 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah? Was the one with Trump. You kidnapped my kids on the 13th of December 2012. I've got draconian gagging orders on me. I've been in Portsmouth for 7 years now staying safe, and I am not tolerating the way that people are dealt with by the police in this country anymore, because there is a better way. You're scaring the public. You're meant to be there for the public, not the Queen. That's a long time over. That's historic, yeah? Queen Victoria days are over. Prince Andrew needs to be served, taken over and given his day, yeah? You wouldn't wrestle Prince Andrew to the floor, would you? No. No, you're not going to wrestle Prince Andrew. I'm asking you to think. I'm asking you to open up your mind and ask the career that you took at this particular point, yeah? Go get cryptocurrency. If you really want money, go play on Bitcoin and then come out here and really help the community. Get over there with them kids over there. Go play football with them. Get them into boxing. Get them into art. Get them into some form of creativity and really help the community. This doesn't help. This causes trauma. This causes for people to live in their flats, scared shitless to go anywhere because we don't know whether we can get detained or arrested because you think that there's a child protection. You think there's a public order. And then we have to deal with not even the courts because we don't get a chance because we've got no legal aid. Do you think he can pay for a solicitor as a student?
At the end of the day...
At the end of the day, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you disagree with your job, if you think that your job is immoral, if you think that your job is corrupt and you're still doing it, Jesus will deal with you and the Lord on his day. But if you want to do that job, then you're more criminal than the people that are raping the children.
You can talk to me all day about this.
And I will in your main office with Olivia Pickney, which is where it's heading. I've already spoken to people within the main police sections about it. They agree with me.
What you do is fundamentally wrong as an organisation in the country. You're going to have to go to your MP
I am.
for that to be changed.
That's Stephen. I've done that.
I am not going to be able to change
I'm in United Nations. I'm the one on the United Nations video saying your system's fucked and you want me to find the keys. That was 2013. I'm hoping it's going to change the situation for this lad, that you're going to take the cuffs off of him. The other one's already gone. He's got the ICPC. He can put the complaint. But that lad there needs an opportunity right now.
I can't see anything that's going to...
What crime's been committed? There's no criminal act that's been committed. He didn't assault any of you police officers. He's already told me. I already know what's gone on. They've been drunk. They've been a bit rowdy. They've been a bit doodah.
I don't think there's any more I can discuss with you.
No, I'm just going to keep it going. Keep going. Hey, all they'll do, keep going, not a problem. Keep going, not a problem. Come on. Hello. I'd know if there was drugs, she'd go mental. She's trained in ways you have no idea. Sit. So, sorry, I nearly went to sat on your lap then. Sorry, love. I couldn't pinch your fag off one of you, though, could I?
What's happening?
It's for the police. I'm only helping this lad here at the moment. If he wishes to discuss it, that's up to him. The police have got their job to do, but no criminal crime. He's not killed anyone, not murdered anyone. He's not dealing drugs. They've just been a little bit drunk. And, you know, it just takes one person to light a fire because they don't like the noise in the city. And then next minute, you've got police all over you. And you're thinking, what the fuck's happened to my career? Yeah, these people have kidnapped my kids, mate. This is why I do what I do. 13th of December 2012, mate, came in a hospital and kidnapped 2 of my kids and put draconian gagging orders on me to stop me releasing the information on the Great Reset. I'm still here. He hasn't, the way they treated him, whatever goes on, at the end of the day, the moment the police come, these need to understand fight and flight, yeah? And they wonder why someone comes out like that, because you can't fight these people back, yeah? If you had a go at him, he's an equal defence to you, yeah? You two can fight it out civilly, because we have boxing, remember, yeah? It's the world that we live in and the army and everything. So there is this line between protecting and defence, but these we can't defend ourselves from. They can carry guns, they can mace us, they can pin us, and we can't. And that causes fear and trauma. That's why the majority of people live in their houses and don't come out, because of the fear of the fact that we are going into a police state. A nanny police state, because these people don't protect the public, they're there to protect the crown. They're there to stop people like me, revolutionists, for overpowering government. Yeah? And I'm there every night, 5th of November. I'm there every time. I've never gone away. I've been here 10, 11 years now doing this. And they know I'm going to be speaking to Olivia. They know this is the line, mate. I'm sorry that you are now the pinnacle point of Portsmouth, but you are now the line to bring all these police together and actually find this line between criminal and civil, and the way that they are parading around like they think they're above the law, and they're not the law. And they allow people like Prince Andrew to do what they do, and many others, while they treat people who are trying to get a decent life like criminals. They deal with people with mental health like criminals, people with learning difficulties like criminals, people with physical conditions like criminals. And it's about time it changed. Yeah, you are the same Babylon system that put Jesus on the cross. You are the same people that put Jesus on the cross. You are the same Vatican Babylon system, the Romans. That's who you are. Now, if somebody was out there raping and pillaging and murdering, get yourselves out there, and I don't mind paying my tax. But this, I ain't paying my tax for this. I ain't paying my council tax for this. I'll pay my council tax. It's all paid up till March. I don't pay my council tax for this, so I have every right to say something, because I'm the one that pays your bill. The public is the one that pays your wages, so you can go home to your wives and your kids. And you think you're invincible. You think people can't touch you. Most of you police officers take coke. Many of you are involved in the paedophile rings. Most of you are the ones that hold the children down. And I know this to be true. Witnessed it. police officers holding children down while they get raped in these elite parties. In fact, most of you are taking coke. Double standards, mate, and it's going to stop. Oh, my life's growing. It's worldwide, by the way. I'm the person on the United Nations in 2013 that said, and this is after my children were taken from me, you all know the system's fucked and you want me to find the keys. That was 2013. I've been involved in this great reset since 2007. And this is me watching it on the front line, mate. My great-grandfather, by the way, Sir Lord Pearce. Head of the Justice Privy Council. The irony. I'm here to do a job, like you are. But guess who I get paid for? I get paid by nobody, mate. I didn't sell my soul to the devil. Nobody pays my bill. You all right, mate? What are you studying? Sorry? Accounting and finance. Nah. So we can all juggle you getting your wages and the bills by the Queen. So you can all get your nice wage every month, pay your TV licence, pay your insurance, pay your bills, and you all allow it to happen. And do you know what? It's going to be the day that the police put their arms down and say, we ain't going to be involved in this anymore because we're going to be the ones going to hell, mate, because we're doing the dirty work of these people. And that's what you're doing. Because most people really aren't criminals. They're just people trying to survive and pay bills. They might go and rob a couple of things. Most of them have been taken away from their mums and dads in this country. Biggest for state kidnap in this country. They don't deserve to lose their careers. You don't even care, mate. You don't even care whether he gets kicked out of university and his father, mate, would upside him around the head in their culture for that. He'd lose his entire life, mate. And do you know what he'd probably become? Or because of he's made one stupid comment, you got scared, mate, because a bunch of people can grab hold of him. You're walking around in masks for a start, mate. What is it, Darth Vader? Those masks it doesn't protect you from COVID. Those masks don't protect you from COVID. My ex-husband is an operating department practitioner. I understand in theatre. I'm a very highly intelligent woman on many assets, yeah? You don't become the director of Step Up Britain by not understanding all the strings that are pulled. Yeah, I've been studying since the day I was put in foster care, mate. I decided I'd never tick your boxes. Sorry, am I being a little offensive? I think these guys were. It's called intimidation, bullying and scared. You could arrest and detain me at any point right now. The only protection I've got is the fact that you don't even know who watches my lives and keeps me safe. And Olivia Pickney does know who I am because I'm the one taking you guys to court for unlawful and unnecessary detainment of my young son over there and detaining me. Unlawfully what? For going to milk? Going to get some milk? Sorry, have you got mental health issues? You people are not qualified to deal with mental health issues. Not qualified. You caused the trauma. You are the trauma to the country. You are the only people that people are scared of. Social workers have got no power to take away children, only you. A judge hasn't got the power to take away children, only you. Nobody here can grab this man or take him or do it. That would be kidnap. But you guys can do this, and you've been getting away with it for too long. My Uncle Sam, by the way, just to add to it, Sam Hill, Borden baseball bat murder, did 9 years, innocent. Yeah, I've been in and out them prisons my whole life, back and forth watching it. I was there for rough justice. My uncle's barrister was Michael Mansfield. I'm the right person for Portsmouth right now to really help Portsmouth. I'm helping because what you're doing is wrong. That man in that cell's probably kicking off in the cell and you'll all point the fingers going, he's mad, he's crazy. You've scared the shit out of him. Do you know how a woman feels when a man raises her fist and she can't fight back? That's how a man feels when he's got all you men around him. You take away who he is, his dignity, his self-respect. That's what you do, and it's gaslighting. What you're doing is domestic violence to the public, and you think it's okay to gaslight us. And you're getting away with it for too long. Because people don't know how to go to the ICPC. People don't have the money for legal aid. So people go in their shells and sit in there. Most of them are smoking weed because of you people. To numb what they want to say. To silence their voices because they've got no voice. And then you come along with your projections and your opinions that have no psychological value and weight anyway. And then you make people criminals. You're criminalising mothers that have, they might have got with the wrong man in a club and got a bit knocked up, and now you want to go and kidnap her kid from her because she can't afford it. Babies are being put out on the bloody side because people are too scared of you people. You are the middle line that is causing all the fear, all the issues, and you're the one doing the job. So what you can actually do to this man is have a little bit of lenience. I would ring Olivia Pickney and go, we got Kellie Cotton here. She'd go, if she's got a video, you get rid of him now. If she's got video on this, mate, she's going to bust it. She'll put it all the way over. She'll send it to United Nations. She'll send it... Oh, by the way, United Nations is based in New York. You know, these people that are running all of this great reset, based in New York. So United Nations, yeah? So now we've got a sick man here who's sitting there. These people are now causing mental health issues because they're dealing with his self-worth, his career, his study, the shame of his family, the embarrassment, and these don't care. All they care about is whether they're going to get paid this week and whether they can get off to the next job. And, yeah, that's pretty much all they care. Off to the next job, back home, have a bit of a doodah and see the wife and the missus. And I hope your children are really proud of you, of what you really do, because what you do is not actually a value to society. Just like social services is not, and he hasn't, it's not. It's just like social services is not fit for purpose. No, he's just asking if you're all right. She's just literally worried about you. She can feel your pain, I'm afraid. She can feel that shame that you're feeling right now and the embarrassment and humiliation that he has to face with all of his colleagues up there in university. Then he's got to actually go and deal with his... Oh, yeah, I forget you guys didn't go to university, did you? You went to police school. So you don't know what university life's like, do you? You didn't get a little bit drunk, did you? Oh, yes, you do. You do when you go to the balls and all the private parties and you protect these people, the MPs, all these people. So anyway, what are you going to do with him? Because I'm quite happy with this and I've got 2 children and a babysitter to get back with. I'm meant to be roller skating around your streets tonight. Yes, I'm the one on the roller skates around your streets, letting you know I'm still here. I ain't going anywhere in terms of what's going on in this society right now in the UK. I'm not stopping it. I don't think it's right the way you had him on the floor, mate, the way you got him cuffed right now. He's a free man. He's not committed a crime. Why is he all arrested? He's no threat to you. He's no knives, no weapons. Yeah, he's got no knives, no weapons on him. I know this to be true. I watched him strip search him. I filmed him. Here you go. Here's the next wagon for him. You treat paedophiles better. You treat child abusers better. Just remember, if you feel, once you've sobered up in the morning, mate, if you feel a little bit rough, ICPC, unnecessary complaints. And the thing is, you know, even when people do commit a crime, guys, you know, how do we deal with this? Because, I mean, I feel for the police, I do. They've got a massive big job to do in a society of people who don't know themselves. People that, you know, are bored. People, we're living in a massive society where in other countries there's wars going on. But these are the army people on the streets. Yeah, it's barbaric. It's, you know, if these people were such a threat that they could fight back, yeah, why does it need so many people? If I was a woman on my own, yeah, why would it take 5 men to take me to the ground? You know, if it's unnecessary. Come on. This is taxpayers' money. This is your council tax. Now, I don't mind when it's choke criminal. I don't mind. And every single one of them police officers now has got something really to think about. Sorry, guys, but I have had enough of it. They haven't raped anyone. They haven't murdered anybody. You know, it's not like that. The police would have pulled me to the side and gone, dump, dump, dump. You know, so at the end of the day, there's no need for it. And there really, really, really isn't. Yes, you've got to deal with situations. No, the public can't deal with it. But come on, where is this line in the fact that these people have the so-called power to pin you down And the thing is, what I will say is, when it's people that are not criminals, yeah, and you're just dealing with teenagers, you're just dealing with bored kids, you're dealing with the homeless, you're dealing with drunken students out on the streets and things like that, you know, it's they're a bit Basin. It absolutely stinks of weed right around for where the police were. And that's the irony. You've got kids there smoking weed in a car while the police are around them, you know, and they can say you weren't there at the beginning. I fucking was there at the beginning. I saw what they got called out to. You know, they're a bit leery. They haven't smashed anything up. You know, I just think that there has to be more people stepping in now and going, that's an unlawful detainment. That's an unlawful arrest. That's an unlawful removal. And people have got to educate themselves in the ICPC, in the Care Council. And no, initially these were not getting done because people were writing them in, you did this, you did that. There's an articulate way of doing it. It's like I say about reacting versus response. It annoys me. I nearly walked straight past that one. I felt that this wasn't one for me. And then I saw the police officer literally push his head down on the floor. And I thought, no. It's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. And even he has just admitted to you, the police officer, he is here to protect the Crown. That's what they're here for. They are army militant soldiers of the Crown. My battery's going to go and I really need to get back in a minute. And but let me just show you again, look. Hang on. You know, this is Queen Victoria. This is all the cities. And yes, we get absolute great architect from it. Yes, fantastic. Empires have been built. But I don't think people are understanding. It's like even with what I was saying about them. Did them university students deserve to lose their university placements? They will now. They had the decision. Now, isn't it lucky last time I did this, they released the lad, yeah? And he was only a kid and they released him. The other one I didn't have the camera for and I don't know whether he got arrested. Look, I'll tell you what. If there is some, and I mean there is some pretty crazy people in the world, but most of them have been completely fucked up by trauma, the way they've been raised, things that have gone on in their past, things that have happened to them. Even Gillespie, mate, you can all turn around and go, what a cunt she is, mate, but look at her father, for God's sake. What chance did that girl have? Like, really? And like I say to them, I mean, they can turn around and go, well, I'm a good cop. Well, actually, are you really a good copper? If you are the person who was, like, even he go, I've only just come on shift, I've only just come out, they don't know what's going on. These police officers need to understand that they are dealing with people who, once the police are in front of them, look, if they're being idiots and stuff, we need somebody to be able to ring and deal with it. If there is a fire, we are not trained to deal with a fire. We should be. And we should be able to go, oh, shit, there's a fire, let's put it out. But we are not trained in terms... It would go back to very medieval days where, you know, people hang around in coals and things like that. I mean, whatever goes on for them two lads right now, I hope at the end of the day, I have given them the fact that they can go to the ICPC. And it's like, they might not have known that. And now they can sit in that cell, because what I did when I was sectioned, when they detained and took Elijah off me, yeah, and they detained me at St James's, the moment I got in there, I asked for the phone immediately, which they didn't actually have. I literally handwritten my initial complaint there and then in the fucking room and served it on them there and then. But if you don't know how to do this... You know, and even with them people, I do want them to talk to me, mate. I do want to be in a room with these people. And I want to explain to them that when you stand there in your uniform, with your mace, with your guns, with your cuffs, with your things, You know, it's not fucking sexy, mate. Like, hey, I've got a police officer in my bedroom, cuff me to the beds. You know, it's fucking scary. I don't know if you've ever been detained or arrested in your life, if you know what it is that I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, it is a path of liberty. You know, how would you feel if somebody grabbed hold of your arm and said, you're not going anywhere? It's like, what? Now, that moment, you fight back. But when it's a police officer, you can't fight back. Because if you do, then you've assaulted a police officer. But how many people have assaulted a police officer because they've been fighting for their life and limbs? Because at the end of the day, none of us deserve to be arrested or detained. None of us. But then don't do the criminals. But at the end of the day, if they didn't have the war on drugs, there wouldn't be a crime with drugs. If we as people came together and said, look, this is our community, this is our space, this is who we are, this is what we're going to be standing for, this is what our world's going to be like, this is what our life's going to be about, then people would do more for their local community. They would. They would. It's like learning, yeah? Most children don't necessarily learn in school because they're being forced. Sit down, learn, yeah? But if you take a child out on a walk or go and discover something, they love learning. They love it. Like learning is like life. I get a bit ratty on this because one day I'm going to freaking back somebody who's a fucking arsehole. And that would be really, really, really hard. Could you imagine if I ever backed a parent and then they went and murdered the kid? But it's like, even like people judge these parents that are leaving their babies outside doors and stuff like that. You know, if they're leaving somewhere where nobody's going to find them, then that's a little bit arsey. But if they know someone's going to find that baby, and a lot of them will watch them until they're found, by the way, and what I've found in a lot of studies, a lot of them don't leave and go. They leave them, hide, they wait for someone to pick them up and then they go. And these people don't want to do this, and they don't. Not many of them. There is. Anyway, sorry guys. I only do this, one, to protect myself because there's lots of police around, and two, because I think it's the right thing to do now. I think it's the right thing for people to start doing, and even communities. It's like, all right, pay your bills and you don't get the bailiffs. Be a good citizen, you know, all of this stuff. Even the universities. You know, these police officers need to be going into universities talking about, you know, drunken alcohol and the dangers of during university. Will they listen? Probably not. Do them two lads need to learn a hard lesson? Yeah, he's drunk. Yeah, he's drunk. Do I agree with him being drunk? No. But do I agree with two boys that being pinned with knees on back of them, held to the floor? What? Because they don't want to talk to these people? What? Because they haven't committed a proper, actual, real crime? Just a disorder. Anyway, I obviously clearly was meant to come for a walk tonight to witness and see that. And I'm going to continue doing it because, one, the police are going to be going back now going, hang on a minute, this woman's fucking right, mate. This woman's right. They're basically being paid to stop the overthrow of the royals, really. That's why it's all about psychological reporting. That's why it's all whether or not you will work with the system. That's all they want to know is, do you agree? Sorry, let's say, hang on a minute. God save the Queen. Yeah? Will you be the person that says, I think the woman is old and full of fear. She doesn't even have she's a bit fearful of even her son going off in a plane. You go. And is she the person to lead this country? No, she's not. Are any of them? No. No, what they're doing is wrong. They're creating a society of mental health, mate. They're creating a society of people that don't know who they are. They don't know what they love. I just think it was unnecessary. They didn't need that many police cars for it. They didn't need that many police officers for it. And it's completely damn pointless and unnecessary. It really is. And I say what I say. It might sound a little bit egotistical, but I say what I say because I'm saying it to the police officers, and I'm trying to let the police officers know I'm not coming from a point of view of somebody that just thinks it's wrong. I'm coming from somebody who's studied it. I've come from somebody who's looked and spoken to people. Yes, I've talked to a paedophile. Yes, I've let a paedophile talk to me about why they do what they do. This wasn't somebody who had sex with children. This was someone that looked at child pornography. Paedophile actually means a love of a child. This is different. This is rape and all that stuff is really different. But it's like, would they actually walk up to Prince Andrew and arrest him and detain him and go, we are serving you to the States? No. No, they ain't got the balls to, mate. They ain't got the balls because that's their boss.